Hello, yep, I'm back, it's me. I know it's been a while, it's been a little while to be fair, but I am back. I've got a year where I want to get dear old Susanna back in the water properly now. For those who haven't been here before, my name is Simon. A couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago probably, I bought this boat to restore, get her in the water and learn to sail, and this is how the channel started. I was then distracted with Tavita, this boat. She was in quite a state. My brother-in-law and I fixed her up, and then we're learning to sail now on her, which is what we've been doing the last year or two. It's the sailing club here centenary in next year, in July next year, so I have about a year, just over a year, to fix this boat up and get her in the water, and so I'm really excited to get cracking. I know it's been a bit of a hiatus for me, but those who actually watched this channel and subscribed to this channel to see this boat get restored, I know it's been a little disappointing, so hopefully it's time now to rectify that. So yeah, now to get stuck in, the first thing I need to do is balance the trailer. It tips a bit forward, the boat does, when I walk up, so I need to get some blocks, cut some blocks, put them under the trailer, level that off and make it sturdy. Clear the boat out from the inside to get a good workspace. Then we need to look at the deck and this top boards, which are obviously need replacing. And the deck, I don't know whether to take the deck off before I start taking the boards off, just to have easy working space. Whether the deck needs to come off, I don't know, I can't really decide on this at the moment. So I'll clear the boat out, get it all balanced up and nice, then we can actually start work properly. As I say, I do apologise for being away for so long. I have been on projects, as I say, Tavita and learning to sail, so we're making forward progress, but there's about a year and this boat wants to look absolutely mint. Sweet as. Good. That is good enough. Let's see if she feels any more stable. I mean, left and right without a doubt, but there wasn't a problem. Going forward, some of this crap soon. Don't want to overchance my hand here. Oh yeah, that's better. That's fine. That's so much better. She was sort of really tipping forward, particularly up here. I wouldn't want to jump up and down too much, but it's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Nothing's going to happen there. Yeah, perfect. And it was getting iffy about here before, so there's absolutely no worries here. Let the clean up begin. There's something very satisfying about just tidying up to start with. So this has been like, you know, manky for ages, and poor old Susanna's not liking it. So I think even just giving it a hoover up and a tidy up to start with is going to really please the boat. And there's something very satisfying about getting all of this crap off. It's not actually bad for insects in here at the moment. Anyway, I haven't found many. I thought being sat sort of, you know, around trees and whatnot, I thought this would, or around sort of grass and everything, I thought there'd be loads of spiders and stuff inside. Quite a nice home for them, but there isn't, which is good. These are all the stainless steel bolts that were from the chain plates, and I'm wondering in this tub whether I fill it up with Coke and have a look if they all clean up. They're not too bad. The camera might be a bit bright there actually, but they could do with a good clean up. I wonder if putting in, I'll try it, a little experiment, put some Coca-Cola in this and see what happens. Here's the tiller, look, it's been a while since I've seen this, but that's in good nick, just needs a bit of a clean up and whatnot, and obviously the wood should come back lovely. I think it's going to come up fine, this. And here are, I'm digging through stuff I haven't seen for ages, the chain plates, which I might also try and clean up somehow. They'll polish up, I'm pretty sure, they'll be alright. And also, it's this travel, which I really hope that I've got the video from when I took this off, because I can't really, I mean I remember roughly where it went, but I was looking the other day and it's not entirely obvious where I took it out from. You'd think there'd be marks like from all this crap that's come off it, but it's not. So but I'm sure the old video will turn up somewhere. I'm sure I've got it, and yeah, and that'll be fine. This classic cassette player there, some bits in here, old fire blanket, whether that's any good. I don't believe this whole set of first aid kit's going to be any good. And the shapes, more shapes, some more in ball, very good. This is the old safety line that goes around the boat. There's my winch handles. That's a Harken one, this one's a off-brand version I think. And these two, I don't know what they're for. Curtain runners. This anchor chain seemed better though, for sure. There's attached to it. Yeah, there's not much in here. I don't know if it's in the box. That comes through. Yep, I'm going to pull it through. Obviously, have to pull it through the other way if it will go, because this is a bit of a stay. I might just cut it, to be fair. We'll see if this bit untangles. This rusty knot. No, I'm going to cut it off. Super. I really should get rid of all this stuff, but I can't be arsed right now. Right. A bit rusty, this. Bloody hell. All old insects lost their home now. It's been a while since this has been out. There we are. Away. So here we are. This is the moment I've been looking forward to for a long time now. Is to take this top board off, both top boards off. They're riveted through from the front and then peened over at the back, and these copper rivets. My plan is just to, with a flap disc on the angle grinder, to grind off the backs inside and to knock them forward, knock them through with these drifts here. The only problem is they've got, I mean it looks, yeah, they've got two rivets on both top and bottom of each, you know, all the way along the boards. I can get to this on the bottom ones inside quite easily. I'm sure there's going to be ones that I can't, but the top ones I can't see at all. And there's another piece of wood that runs all the way through the back here, and I'm not sure that that isn't going to have to come out. I'm hoping not, but we're going to find out. The other option is to drill the heads off the rivets through the front, which might actually be easier. At least I can get to them all, but we're going to have to see. So hopefully I can get a lot of them from the back, from inside, and the others I'll have to come up with another plan. It's not going to come off that easy, I don't think, but it's got to come off. And as I say, I've been looking forward to it. I don't know also if it's pinned through on the deck here. If it is, we'll deal with that when we come to it. But poor thing. Yeah, so this is it, the fun bit. Hopefully I can get this this board off over the next couple of days, I've probably only got an hour left today, but I'll be back on it tomorrow. So let's have a go. Let's go inside and have a look at them from the inside. I have to move this mast as well. So I'm going to just angle grind with this flat disc. Going to take the heads off of these. Now I can see, and as I was saying outside, you can see they're in alternate. They're in a sort of alternate pattern, rather than like there where there's two on each board. I mean, I would imagine, I don't know, they're possibly screwed on the other side, to be honest. There might be one rivet and then one screw. That would be really handy. But I'm going to take a couple of easy ones, low hanging fruit to start, see if they actually come out the other side, see what's what, and try and get a handle on this, and then have to, yeah, just go all the way along until the board pops off. I won't film too much in here if I'm grinding and stuff. I mean, you'll get the picture pretty easily, and it's not very easy to film in here, but we'll see. I hope that we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I wonder if that's enough just with that. Well, something's happened there. Go outside and have a look, and I'll imagine what we'll do, we'll go outside and have a look, and then I'll see what's above it, because and see if there's a screw or something above it. And so this is the one that's come out here. I can't find it now, it's fell on the ground, I don't know where it's gone, which is a shame, but I wanted to look at it. But that seems to be, that's obviously the one that's come out, and here is the one above it, which I'm not going to be able to get to from the inside because that other piece of wood covers it, and I'm hoping it was going to be a screw. Just scratch that so I can't see if it's a screw or not. I think it's not a screw, it looks like a rivet. So, wow, so there's that, isn't it? I mean, here we've got, seems to be alternate. Can't really work it out. It looks like there's kind of alternate rivets. Maybe not. Maybe that's just missing the other one. The other one's probably above it. Maybe not. These seem alternate here. So maybe, I mean, this top one here, there's going to be a row of them that it looks like I won't be able to get from the inside. I might have a go at drilling this one out from the front here now. Let me do that because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it from the inside. I'm hoping, because these rivets are copper, I think copper should be quite soft, so I'm hoping that will be easy. There's obviously going to be a problem as well. I mean, obviously I don't care about the board, but yeah, that's going to be what it is. I will try still, just for curiosity. I've put a small bit in. Just for curiosity, I'll see if I can drill this out. I mean, with the wood obviously being so soft around it, as soon as the drill slips, yeah, that's not going to happen. It seems a bit loose in there. It's probably rotten, isn't it, as well, what's behind it. Anyway, I don't think that's going to be a problem to get out. What I'm going to have to do everything I can from the inside, and what I can't, I'll just have to either cut out or drill out or snap out or whatever. So I'm looking at another possible option, and probably something I might well do actually, is where it's rotten here and it will need to be cut out and changed, and the same here. it might be worth cutting a big section out and removing that, or not even a big section for now, just a rough cut out section, and then I can actually see what's in here, because you can see here's the plank, here's the board, the outside board. Inside is this piece of wood, and there's a big gap actually between them, and to be able to see that would be quite helpful, to see what it, how it's constructed. So what I probably will do that, actually take this little kickboard thing off, cut something out here and have a look. So yeah, that's what I'll do, I think. I think I can cut off something like here. Right in there. Good. So this being the outside board, that being one of the ribs, and that's still solid, thankfully. And this is an inner piece, and there's a name for it obviously, but I don't know what that name is off the top of my head. I might look it up later, but yeah, so that's quite, I mean, it's very soft here. Yeah, but at least I can get to the board now, and I wonder whether to take all the sections that I need to all the way along out, although there's not loads of them. It looks like there might be, but there isn't. That section really did need to go, but much more of it doesn't. I'll have a proper investigate along there though. Yeah, if I do that, at least it gives me a start, doesn't it? So I've worked my way along here with various forms of butchery in all of the old rivets, up to a point anyway. I just want to see if this is going to come off. I just want to give it a go, and hopefully it's going to come off to a bit of a section right now. Whether the rivets are free or whatnot, we'll find out now. Let's see. Well done for all your years, mate. Look at that, found one. There's always one, isn't there? There's going to be millions, but let's see now. There she goes. Don't really want too much of that happening. I can stick that back in, but I really would like to try and keep this as complete as possible. Be free.
really got to be careful of doing that, and we're being a bit hard on it. At least I can get a bit of information. It should just go. I don't know that I've got these rivets out very well. Let's have a look. Start to make progress now, just work along this way. So the idea of it coming off in one has been somewhat abandoned, but hopefully it'll stick together well enough for me to template it still. Every time I move the ladder I leave half my tools over the other side where I was. And so here we are. I've had to go obviously at taking that top board off, top plank off. It doesn't come off brilliantly easy, and I mean it will come off. I can do it that way and it will work, and it doesn't do a great deal of damage inside, or any, if any, but there is a risk of it. I'm also looking now at the deck. I don't really want to take the deck off. I'm not particularly concerned about taking the deck off, but the problem is one, that it's pretty solid. It does seem there's some patches to fix, but it's pretty solid, obviously except for the edge, and this is the concern. The other problem is getting new marine ply that's as good as this. I mean, this is solid, pretty much solid, and getting the new stuff, I mean, it would be fine, but it's a lot of work, a lot of hassle for I don't know how much gain. The edge is the problem though, and my concern with the edge is I could cut the edge off and redo a new piece all the way around the edge, but I'd like to come in a fair amount, because doing a thin piece is never brilliant, particularly when there's a curve on it. You want to keep some pressure on it, so you'd like a larger piece. Again, that's not a problem. What I think I'm going to do then, because of that, there's a section right on the bow of the boat that's not massive, it's so big, so I can take that section off and actually have a look. I think once the deck's off, I could put one of them multi-tool blades down the gap between these two, the inner piece of wood, which I will find out what it's called, and the top board, and that way I can cut all the rivets that way. It's far less damaging. I'll probably take the board off reasonably in one, rather than keep snapping bits off. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this, have an investigate by taking the front piece of decking off, the marine ply on there, and you know, I can have a look, see if it's going to work, see if it's going to be worthwhile, and then make a decision on the rest of the deck. As I say, it is solid. I know it's blistered here and there on the top coating, but I mean, it's solid. Let's have a look and see what we come up with. And so here is the section that will come off from the bow here. You can see that line just there, and I think we can bring it across here and take that whole section off, and then hopefully, let me find a piece, but basically under here there'll be some gap that I can cut the rivets and take the boards off that way. But let's have a look at this. Take this off, take all the gubbins off, and and take the deck off. These bolts, I'm doing them on the inside. I didn't film that obviously because it's a right wedge at the bow of the boat, but hopefully I can pull them out from here now. Here we are. They're still wedged in there, but anyway, I'll do the others and see if we can pull this off. Three. Good. Super. Feels a bit more sketchy up here now without that up there. Maybe I should have taken that off last. I'm going to get a polishing wheel for my bench grinder. Hopefully make all this stuff real bling. Lovely. I need to strip most of this off just to find where there's going to be fixings. Look at these nails still. 60 years and they're really, I mean, they're sharp still, solid steel, square. Fantastic. I think the boat really is in solid condition apart from what I'm dealing with these with this hull. Well, well, well. Right, let's clean all this up. So new haircut and a new idea. I'm just going to have to cut this off. I was trying to be gentle with it and trying to keep the board, but it's not going to happen. So now it's just cutting it out really. I'm just going to have to be more brutal and yeah, cut it out. It's not doing any damage behind, it's absolutely fine. So, I mean, the board won't be kept. I hope to use it as a template, but I won't. So I'll just have to measure it instead. It's not the end of the world. It would have been nice, but there's just no way of getting it off cleanly. Well, that's that done. one side's done anyway. It came off a little more crudely than I'd hoped, but it is off now and it's absolutely fine. I'll do a shot down the side in a sec, but at least I can get to all the rivets now, and the rotten wood is off now, so I can sort of make a template for it and make a new board. So that will push the boat on quite a lot. Once this hull's done, I'll feel really somewhat more comfortable with the boat. It's sort of a little daunting when it's like this. Well, not daunting, that's not the word, but just it's a bit, you don't feel brilliantly enthusiastic until once I start getting the hull back together. When I start putting wood back on it, then I'll start feeling good again. The deck I think might have to come off as well, but we'll look at that in a bit and maybe I'll get some advice on that. It's good. One of my lessons having this as the second season, if you like, of Saving Susanna is what I learned last time is I often found that I was asking questions during a video that I was making and then basically going ahead before I ever heard the answer. So now I'm going to try and do it a little bit like preemptively and say, you know, what do you think about, should I replace the deck, that sort of thing, before I start doing it, so I can actually get some advice and heed it. Yeah, so now, well, there we are, one side. I'll show you it. So this is the worst piece. The chain plate goes here, and obviously fresh water's run down inside, and that's what's caused it to rot. Out of it all, that's probably the worst bit. The rest of it is reasonably okay. It's pretty solid behind it. There's some bits and bobs, but nothing too much to be concerned about. So that's that board off. I've got the other side to do, obviously, and clean up all the frames, take all the rivets out and stuff like that. I'll get that done. I'm going to wrap this video up now, but I will get that done next off camera, just because, I mean, why, you've seen it all anyway. So I'll get the other side done, get this cleaned up, and then order some new wood. So hopefully in the next video I can actually be replacing new timber, which will be really good. It will take a little bit of a weight off of my shoulders, not that it's overly burdensome, but it would be nice to have the hull back in good shape. I might even cork it up. When it gets hot like this, it starts to worry me about the timber, because it has been out of the water for a few years now, and it's getting hot, and obviously the wood's drying out. So part of me thinks to get the hull done and actually just put it in the water, sink it, and get it to really take up. There's a good place I can do that in the yard here. And then, you know, it'll probably hold out for next year quite well. So I'll have a think on that later, but look, that's getting ahead of things. As I say, next video, I'll get this all cleaned up for the next video and get some new timber ordered, so that can be going ahead. I mentioned earlier, sometimes I ask questions whilst I'm actually doing the job, so now I do wonder about the deck. I don't really want to replace the deck. I probably should. The whole edge all the way around is gone, so I could cut it back and then reboard that edge. I will probably canvas the deck afterwards, so I could, where it joins, I could fair it and then it gets covered in canvas, so it's probably not a big deal. My thought being, is it structural? If I've got a sheet coming from one side to the other, is that more structural for the boat? I mean, it surely is more structural for the boat, so perhaps I'm starting to doubt my idea of just doing the edge and think I should possibly have to do the whole thing. It does make working inside the boat obviously a lot easier, but it is a hassle to get off. You can't really find the screws very easily, all that kind of thing. But let me know what your opinion on is that, and also if anybody in the UK knows where to get really good quality marine ply. I've seen a place that's in Bristol. It's on the other side of the UK, so it would cost a bit to get it delivered. I only need maybe 2 sheets, so but hopefully somebody else has got a good idea of where I can get it from in the UK, and whether I should do it at all. I would appreciate your thoughts on that. But look, thanks for watching. I know I've been away a while, so I appreciate any of you who have come back after this time. I've got a year roughly to get this boat looking ship shape and in the water, so wish me luck on that, and I hope you stick around to watch it. Cheers, catch you next time. Thanks.